You've probably seen them at the zoo. Two giant, scaly reptiles that look like prehistoric tanks with teeth. One's an alligator, the other a crocodile. They've been ruling swamps and rivers for millions of years, with tough skin, sharp instincts, and jaws strong enough to snap a watermelon like a stress ball. People often mix them up. Gator, croc, aren't they basically the same? Not quite. In this video, we'll break down what sets them apart, what they share, and most importantly, who's really the king of the swamp. This is crocodile versus alligator, the ultimate battle for swamp domination. Stick around, it's about to get snappy. So what's really the difference between alligators and crocodiles? Aren't they just swamp cousins? Well, think of them as the original swamp bosses, ancient survivors straight out of the dinosaur days. Both belong to the Crocodilia family and have been ruling wetlands for tens of millions of years. Aside from the zoo, where you probably spotted them chilling behind glass, alligators prefer the laid-back life in freshwater swamps and slow rivers, mostly hanging out in the US and China. Crocodiles, on the other hand, are the globe-trotters of the reptile world, cruising through both fresh and salty waters across Africa, Asia, Australia, and the Americas. If you want to tell them apart, just check their snouts. Alligators sport broad, U-shaped jaws perfect for crushing prey like nature's nutcrackers, while crocodiles have longer, pointier V-shaped snouts built for a vice-like grip. Size-wise, crocs are the heavyweight champs, sometimes stretching over 20 feet, while gators max out closer to a respectable 15 feet. But it's not just about size. Crocodiles hold one of the records for the strongest bite ever with an insane 3,700 pounds per square inch. That's enough to snap through turtle shells like they're brittle crackers. Alligators aren't slouches either, with a bite force around 2,000 psi, strong enough to crush bones like twigs. But for alligators, they are surprisingly clever. They've been known to use sticks as fishing lures, bellow to communicate, and even hang out in social groups like a swampy neighborhood watch. On the other hand, crocodiles are more like the lone wolves, territorial, aggressive, and definitely not the type to invite you over for a swim. Now that we've sized up these ancient swamp rulers, their strengths, habits, and differences, let's ask the big question. If these two titans faced off, who'd come out on top in a no-holds-barred battle of jaws, speed, and muscle? Round one would probably kick off with the alligator gliding through the water like a stealthy ninja, muscles coiled, ready to strike with precision. This guy's smart and patient, playing the long game. Meanwhile, the crocodile is chilling on the bank, eyes sharp as ever, ready to unleash a bite that could crush a watermelon like it's a grape. If the croc strikes first, boom, game over before the alligator even blinks. That will definitely be a battle that happens in a snap. But what if the alligator gets the jump and clamps onto the croc's leg or tail? Now it's a test of strength and smarts. The alligator's bite is tough, strong enough to crush bones and hold on tight. But the croc can definitely fight back hard by swinging its massive tail to break free. However, the alligator's clever moves might slow the big guy down long enough to cause some damage. Still, with all that size and raw power, one solid snap from those razor-sharp teeth of the croc can turn the tide fast. In the end, the crocodile's strength and brutal bite win the day, flipping the script from alligator's day to alligator's dismay before the fight even really gets going. Thanks for sticking with us through this epic showdown between the alligator and the crocodile, two swamp titans battling it out for the crown. If you enjoyed exploring these prehistoric giants, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Have a topic you'd like us to dive into next? Let us know in the comments. Join us as we get animated about science at Animated Science.